All right. I hear you guys loud and clear. You want me to react to Vikkstar setup, so we're gonna be doing that in today's video. But before we get to the main event, I do wanna check out another person that you guys recommended on my Discord server. Basically Homeless has made a new setup tour, so you guys want me to react to that as well. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll move on over to Vik's setup. Let's begin. Season 8 TechSource mousepads are finally available. We got Space, Hex, Kyoto, Dusk, Dawn, and 3 different colors of Erupt. Check them out at dealsource.tech/store or click the link below. All right, so I think this guy uploaded one a week ago. Basically, Homeless setup. I know it's recent. Here it is, 10 days. Building the perfect setup. Oh, my headphones. Almost forgot about these. All right, so this guy has almost 1.6 billion subscribers. Apparently he's a tech channel. He does a lot of PC content. He builds PCs as well. So let's see what kind of setup he's rocking.
Here's the perfect setup. Every setup I've ever seen is littered with wires. So everything I have is wall mounted with the wires running through the walls. On the right, I have a Samsung 49-inch ultra-wide, which is not overkill as a second monitor. It's actually very useful to have an ultra-wide. And on the left is 138 Hz 48-inch 4K OLED LG Ultra Gear. It's the best monitor I've ever had, and they didn't pay me to say that. Now, YouTuber Studio also has cameras connected to a capture card, which is usually like a tripod and 3 or 4 cables, but no. I've also run those wires through the walls. So
nice, okay.
And the capture card is built into the computer instead of connected via USB. Also now, every camera I own is on one of these little 360-degree mounts, so I can hot swap cameras between any of the tripods or wall mounts that I use.
Oh, that's freaking cool. I haven't seen that specific mount before, but that actually looks much easier to swap cameras compared to the one I'm using for my streaming camera.
The light is ceiling mounted because desk mount.
Oh, that's literally the same light I have right now. I'm not even kidding. With the same exact ceiling mount. Only difference is you actually routed the cable through the freaking ceiling. Wow, that's impressive. I'm a complete peasant when it comes to that because I have my cables running through a few channel raceways.
I lean on the desk all the time, and so I just it's like a pet peeve. I can't stand things wobbling. My network attached storage, networking, second PC, and big uninterruptible power supply are all in the attic.
Hey, I know it doesn't look good, but as long as you can't see it,
that's cool.
Now, if I need access to them,
that's smart.
I ran through the ground and the walls an entire I/O to my desk, where I have USB-C power delivery, HDMI, 2 USB Type-A power adapters. This is where I plug in my headphones because wireless is trash.
I'm using wireless headphones right now. Wireless isn't trash. It's definitely not better than wired headphones. It just depends on the brand, right? If you're talking about mic quality, yeah, wireless is crap. But like I have my SteelSeries Arctis Pro headset. It's nice. I wouldn't say it's trash. I guess it depends on what headset you're talking about.
Full 120 volt plugs for like if I'm running a test bench or like this PC.
That's super convenient. I like that.
Right here. Oh, and my mic is XLR. So it runs through the desk and then through the ground to a mixer in the attic. So everything is hidden, and a wireless charger is built into the desk.
Pizza, come here. Pizza,
nice.
Inside, the food is ready. Pizza.
Third. We got third place. Clearly there's...
Why is he so freaking zoomed in on his face? Those are some of the biggest nose holes I have ever seen. You can probably do like an RTX 4090 and SLI in those bad boys.
What do you think? Is this the perfect setup, or did I miss something? Are you about to comment something really mean? Go ahead, man. See if I intro the next video.
I'm not gonna comment, I'm gonna say some things.
Go ahead, try it, man. See if you can make me...
Oh my God, what is that? Is that dirt in the fans? Why didn't you clean your fans before installing them? He probably used his old fans from a previous build or something, because the right one looks clean, but that one, oh yeah, that needs an air duster. So he's calling this the perfect setup. I think that's a very subjective question because, you know, the perfect setup varies from person to person. It really comes down to your your preference. So this setup might be perfect for you, but it might not be perfect for everyone else. As far as what I think about this setup, it's definitely very unconventional. It's different than the traditional setups that we normally see. Well, like, you know, the desk against the wall, the IKEA furniture, and the PC on the desk. So I have to approach this from a different perspective. With that said, I think this setup has a few questionable choices, mainly with the layout. But before I get into that, I do want to talk about what I really like about this setup. I love the amount of effort that he put into everything. Like the fact that he routed the cables through his floor and into his attic is next level. That's the type of commitment you don't normally see with these YouTubers and streamers. So for that already, I have a lot of respect. Mounting a streaming camera against the wall with a universal mount was a smart move, and having all the cables go through the wall just adds to the wireless look of the entire setup. This is what I like to call an island setup, where desk is separated from the wall. And as such, I think he took advantage of that by going with a massive monitor for the main display. But the ultra-wide on the right side just doesn't make much sense to me. First off, you can see the monitor mount from the bottom. It actually looks like he pieced together two different mounts, judging by the two different colors. Like, I don't know why he did that when he could have gone with a low profile mount instead. Even something like this would have done the job a lot better, and it would have been hidden nicely behind the monitor. But the mount isn't even the thing that bothers me the most. It's the location of the ultra-wide monitor. It's in a very awkward spot and much further away from him. I feel like the ultra-wide would have made more sense underneath the main monitor. You always want the curved display to be right in front of you for the best possible field of view. That would have not only looked so much better in his setup, but it would have been more comfortable for his neck and his eyes. My guess is that he mounted the monitor under his PC so the cables are a lot closer, but he could have just gotten longer cables for that. Also, I'm not sure why he doesn't have a mouse or mouse pad. Maybe I missed something from earlier in the video, but I think a white topo mouse pad would look awesome in that setup. You can grab one or choose from many other designs from dealsource.tech/store. I had to plug it in. And finally, I do want to talk about the PC because this is probably the biggest thing that sticks out to me. It's such a random PC build. There's no color scheme, there's no consistency, none of the parts complement each other. I'm not even upset about the two different GPUs in there. I just wish there was more of a theme going on. I mean, there are white fans against black radiators, two different colored cables, gold accents from the motherboard, and RGB puke from the lighting. Like, what is even this build? It just feels like he threw in a bunch of parts that he had laying around without any sort of planning or goal in mind. That's the vibe I'm getting with this PC build. Also, why did you go with 90-degree fittings in your loop? You clearly know how to bend tubes, judging by your other tube runs. Why didn't you just stick with bending them? It would have looked so much cleaner. I don't know, it's just a very messy build in my opinion. There are a lot of things he could have done differently to improve the functionality and the aesthetics of the setup. I would say this is a 7 out of 10 for me. All right, now the main event that everyone has been waiting for, Vikkstar setup. He is a part of the Sidemen. He recently did a new setup as well 12 days ago. Already from the thumbnail, it looks promising.
So this is how my office used to look, and as you can see, it's just not very exciting. There's not much to it. I wanted to create a really cool space.
That's like the perfect canvas to build something crazy. So he definitely has the space for it.
My gym used to look, and obviously we transformed my gym into this. So I had high expectations to meet, and I think we've done it. So after I posted my house tour, I had a company called the Nunya Group reach out to me, and they do 3D rendering, and they sent me these renders and said,
damn, that looks so freaking dope. I love it.
Hey, why don't you make your office look like this? And I was like, okay, that's very cool. We have a direction to go in. I hired a few of the right people, and I'm about to show you what we ended up with. Let's go.
That looks nothing like the render. I mean, I see some similarities, but the setup in the render looks so much better. This one seems incomplete, but let's just keep watching.
So come on in and check out the space. There's a lot to cover here. First things first, we've got the DJ decks. We'll come back to that, we've got the XIX neon sign lighting up the place. And then we come around into the rest of the room.
That's a chill room.
It looks absurd. I can't believe this is gonna be my
looks
office.
nice. Yeah, it looks good.
We have the desk set up here, courtesy of the legend.
Okay, what is... I should probably let him finish, but I have no clue why he's got a triple monitor mount with a single monitor on there. I don't even... there must be a really good excuse, because normally when you're shooting a setup tour, you gotta wait till your setup's complete, right? I don't know why he kind of rushed this out when he's still waiting on a few monitors to arrive. I'm assuming he's still waiting for a few monitors to arrive. Otherwise, he would just pick up a single monitor mount. On the 3D render, it looked like they were triple displays, so I'm assuming that's what he's going for. But why put this out if it's not complete? There must be something. There must be something.
That is Con. We have this new paneling, and we also have a starlit ceiling. I'm Vikkstar. How could I not have a starlit
Similar to
ceiling?
KSI ceiling.
And fun fact, I had this months and months before JJ had it in his office, but it has taken me so long to get all of this custom paneling
So he beat you to it.
on here, but my goodness, was it worth it. So right here at my desk is where I'm going to be doing all of my gaming, my streaming, all of my work.
It's a clean setup.
This video is actually sponsored by Sony InZone. They have hooked me up with their Sony M9.
There it is. That's what it was. There's a sponsor in this video, and most sponsors have deadlines, so I bet you my left nut he had to publish this video because the sponsors had a specific date in mind, so that explains it. Let me guess, he's probably getting two of the same monitors being sent over.
Monitor. I only have one at the moment, but I've got two more on the way. So I'm going to have the 1, 2, 3. You see what I did there? Set up right here in front of me.
Ha, I got it.
And I also have the Sony H9 headset.
I have those headsets. I have that headset, I should say. It's an awesome headset.
And then moving on to the powerhouse of the setup, I have the PC right here.
Let's go, baby.
PC specialist. It's got these specs, which are...
It's got a, what is it, 13900K, 64 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 4090. It doesn't say which brand the 4090 is, or if it's a Founders Edition, but those are some beast aspects. Surely he's gonna show it off in the video, right?
They're absurd. I'm gonna be on my edge, taking out whatever game comes up next. Then for my face cam,
You didn't show the PC.
Bruh.
And we've got the trusty Rode microphone for audio. I also have
At least he's got that on a boom arm, unlike JJ.
a custom keyboard built for me by Glasses, so thanks to him. And I've got twin speakers set up for sound when I'm at my computer.
Nice.
And I also have a little charging pad for my phone. But that's it for the desk. Actually, that is not it for the desk. This is no ordinary desk. You guys know how the Sidemen setups are. They're not really complete until
Every Sidemen has a
standing
freaking sit and
desk.
stand desk.
So Connor's done me some beautiful cable management. This thing goes up and down. And my favorite thing about it is you think the lights are gonna hit the roof. They don't. It's perfect.
That's cool.
To be.
Okay.
Look at the height. The maximum height is 1, 2,
Cable management looks pretty good from what I can see. I mean, it's really dark down there, but
3. I mean, I'm not that.
I don't doubt
old,
their
so I
cable
don't
management
think
at
I
all.
can use
They're
my
definitely on
phone
point.
like this. So the reason that this office took so long to do is that all of these panels are custom built and fitted. They're
I don't think those panels are custom built. I'm pretty sure you can buy those from Amazon. I've seen the white ones on there. In terms of custom fit, I'm sure obviously you probably cut them to fit the length of the wall, but these are not custom made. So the hexagon panels on the bottom are also not custom made. You can purchase those on Amazon. In fact, they come in different colors.
wooden boards with custom plastic molds over the top of them. This actually is really good for sound absorbing as well. That wasn't an intention. There's enough carpet in this room for it not to be necessary, but it works. Then this middle...
I don't think it does a lot for sound treating. These are very thin pieces of PVC material. They might help 5 or 10%, but it's not, they don't make a big difference like you think they do, Vic.
Section, we have a wooden board. We bought in these tiles, stuck them on, before and after comparisons, because I took kind of static shots of the room.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a transformation.
Transitions happening
Damn.
right now.
I'm very impressed.
We went from this is where we got to.
Very impressed. I think the really good choice going with the black walls, it really just helps tie the entire room together. Okay, let's talk about Vic's setup. So I actually love the design of this one so much better than KSI's. It's more my taste. I feel like there was more effort put in the designing aspect of Vic's setup than JJ's. The custom wall looks awesome. I love the combo of the 3D art panels. and the hexagon tiles in the center with accent lighting. It's just such a nice backdrop for the entire setup. The mic is conveniently mounted on a boom arm. The monitor layout is gonna look so much better since he's getting 2 more of the same displays. I'm just not sure if there is gonna be any spacing between them, judging by the location of the camera, but it's gonna look much better than KSI's wonky monitor layout. I don't know why I keep comparing Vik's setup to KSI's because they're completely different setups. I'm just bummed the PC is on the floor. It just feels like none of the sidemen really appreciate their PCs, which is a shame. You know, I would have shown a bit more appreciation to the one thing that is powering the setup and not put it on the floor. Due to the layout of the setup and the size of the desk, you kind of shot yourself in the foot there. So I can see why they did it. But you know, it does look like you have plenty of space for the PC on the right side. So I would have installed a wall shelf and just put the PC on there instead. You don't have to mount it on the wall if you don't want to. Since the PC would be in the center of the lowest and the highest point of the desk, the cables would also be a lot shorter as well. This way you could have a nice view of the system, which would have complemented your setup a lot better than just leaving it on the floor. But yeah, other than that, it's a fantastic setup. If you do install the other 2 monitors, this is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Great work. All right, that's it for today's video. As always, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section whose setup I should react to next. If you guys are enjoying these react type videos, do let me know by tossing a like. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more awesome setup content coming your way. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.